Hello, this is Paul Wirtz, and I am pleased to be the instructor for this course. This course is entitled, it's EDA 715, and it's entitled Principal as Facilitator, Leveraging Community Systems and Resources. And I guess as you can imply, the focus is on understanding that schools are an integral part of the community and that schools help to define the community and vice versa. That hasn't always been the case, and we'll see that along the way, and I'll come back to it. I want to talk about my own experience because I certainly did not see the school as an integral part of the community as a first-year teacher, but it emerged. I can recall my very first parent involvement activity was the fall parent conference. I was a middle school social studies teacher in an elementary middle school combination, and we had our first parent conference in the gym where all the teachers had a table, and the parents came in and went from table to table of the teachers who their children had. Well, I had a potential in 2 days. The school was shut down for 2 days. It had potential of talking with 120 parents. Overwhelming concept for a beginning teacher, and not very conducive to understanding the big picture. Later on, I guess it was really the beginning of the next year, we realized that we had an insufficient physical education program in the school, and so the principal asked if several of us would take on the job of building the PE program, and since we had no funds and no teacher, it became an all-volunteer, community-based physical education program. And so the teachers were volunteers from the community, but first of all, we had to build the program. We were able to, just by reaching out to the families and to the community, to supply about 90% of the supplies for a school-wide physical education program. And again, when I started, I had no idea that was even possible. So that was a very satisfying and surprising learning experience for me. The view has not always been that the community and families were considered to be partners. I recall a very frustrating and surprising study that was done in North Carolina some years ago, where parents were interviewed statewide, and the vast majority of the parents felt, this was in the mid to late 20th century, 1980s, 1990s, the vast majority of the parents did not feel that they were welcome in the school, and that we have since done a lot to reverse that process and understand it better. Any of you who have been involved in school levies know that that would be a very short-sighted point of view as well. During my master's degree in my early teaching days, I was taking courses in educational psychology and discovered that the middle school kids that I was working with, the challenges that they had could be addressed if we addressed them earlier. So I switched to early childhood education as my focus, and the next year worked as a kindergarten teacher. And one of the very again, new lessons for me from that was that particular school, well established and well operated, required families to spend at least one whole day in the school making a contribution. I hadn't heard of that either, and what an enriching experience that was. From some of the fun ones, the father who came in and taught all the kids how to fly fish, another father who was an African drummer and came in and taught the kids how to drum across a wide variety of drums. I recall several artists, one woman who was quite a fine watercolor artist who taught techniques to the kindergarten kids, spending the whole day. And it was very helpful in terms of not only enriching the program, but seeing the connection between the families and the parents, and for the parents to see the school and the kids in operation was very, very successful, I thought. Also, I had an opportunity to serve as an elementary school principal, and one of the lessons I learned during that time was that parent expectation can result in a powerful program change. And so the parents approached me. I think we were at a meeting, a large school-wide parent meeting. They said, "We need more computing in the school." I said, "Well, good. So let's do that. Let's help me." And by the end of the year, every child in the school had a initial experience with basic language and computing, obviously, and including the computers that we didn't have when the year started. So all of that is possible. Okay, we will get much more into the course during the syllabus introduction that you'll find, but we are in Canvas. What you are looking at is the welcome, the homepage and welcome for the course. And down this left side are the key links. There's the syllabus link and the module link and so on. That's the primary driver. The syllabus, of course, we will have the introduction for the class format. We are using Canvas. That's a new system for us in the past year. I've got a tutorial for you linked on this page when you scroll down to it. One of the things I think that you'll like a lot is the calendar. The calendar is linked here and in several other places. You are looking at my layout of the Canvas system. Yours looks a little bit different, but the drivers are down the left side and links inside. The course is centered around modules, and inside of the modules are the resources, the links to readings and or videos and or other information that are expected as part of each of the modules, and then a link to the assignment. Each assignment and or discussion board is linked, but you also have a link on the side to get to those, several ways to get to it. I think you'll find this course is satisfying from a professional standpoint. It's going to push you to do some tasks you probably haven't done. We will be creating a team you will be creating, or with my help, creating a team to work with on several of the assignments that will be explained in the syllabus. And so I'm very pleased to be with you. I'm looking forward to hearing about your work and your schools and some of the visions that you have already and will have from this course to help your school and your community to be more impactful. So looking forward to it. Thanks a lot. Take care. Talk to you soon.